Hello and welcome. Happy New Year, happy January, happy 2024. As the holiday season comes to a close, I know I spend a lot of time during January reflecting on the previous year. So today's video, I am going to be sharing with you my top 12 most used and most enjoyed fragrances from Bath & Body Works of 2023. So what I've done is for every single month, I took note on which fragrance I ended up enjoying the most that month. These are not necessarily 2023 releases from Bath & Body Works, although I think 2 of them are. And this isn't necessarily saying that these are my top 12 favorite fragrances either. This is just what I happen to use the most through the year and what I was enjoying at the time for each month. Before we get started, if you're brand new to my channel, welcome. My name is Melissa and I used to be a part-time manager at a Bath & Body Works for about 6 years, and now I'm here on YouTube making Bath & Body Works related content, of course. If you're not already, make sure you hit that big subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of my future videos. And without waiting any longer, I'm going to share with you the 12 fragrances from Bath & Body Works that were my most used and most enjoyed scents of 2023. Starting with January of 2023, the first fragrance that I used the most during January and enjoyed the most was Bright Lemon Snowdrop. Bright Lemon Snowdrop comes from a collection from 2019 called Land of Sweets, and this one is definitely a beloved collection by many. Debuted in this collection besides Bright Lemon Snowdrop was Santa's Blueberry Shortbread. They also had Christmas Cookies, Winter Candy Apple, and Hot Cocoa and Cream as well in the collection. On the back, this one says, "Stroll through a magical forest of lemon snowdrops and fill your heart with bright citrus cheer." I really love this one because it's citrusy, but it's like a creamy, desserty citrus. I feel like the iced lemon pound cake that they released earlier in the spring of 2023 was kind of subpar in comparison to this one, but they are quite similar. This one has notes of frosted lemon citrus, marshmallow fluff, and vanilla bean. And I only have it in the fine fragrance mist and body cream, but what I actually did was I paired it with the Philosophy body wash that was a lemon custard, and it was so good together. So that was my main January scent I used. Moving on to February of 2023, my most used and most enjoyed fragrance was Snowflakes Cashmere, and this was actually the first time that I really delved into using this fragrance before, even though it comes back pretty much every Christmas. So this particular packaging was from 2022 winter, and I have it in all three, the shower gel, lotion, and spray. The shower gel is actually in my shower right now, and I'm using it again this month, but this has vanilla cashmere cream, caramel woods, and frosted clementine. I really enjoyed this fragrance because it's a nice way to have a warm, cozy, wintry scent without necessarily being Christmassy or festive. So I know in February, it's still definitely the thick of winter over here, so I still am reaching for cozy coffee shop kind of themed scents. And even though this one is a gourmand technically, I find that it's less on the foodie gourmand side because of those woodsy notes and the clementine in there. It almost has a little bit of like a perfumed pretty note in it, but it really worked well with my body chemistry and I enjoyed it, and so I'm glad to have discovered this one, even if it's a little bit on the late side. This was my favorite for March, which is kind of a weird one. I used up a mango Mandarin set. I kept the packaging of my empty that I actually used this up, but I still have yet to put it into my scent journal. Sometimes I take apart the stickers and things like that and put them into my little scent journal, so I have memories of what I use and just like older packagings and stuff for nostalgia. But this is Mango Mandarin, one of the classic 90s fragrances from Bath & Body Works. This was brought back for the 2019 summer semi-annual sale. A classic, tried and true, always really good, but I used this so much this March and I really enjoyed it. It has notes of juicy mango, sparkling mandarin orange, and nectarine blossom. I feel like during 2023, during the beginning of the year, I had this kind of underlying obsession kind of bubbling up within me, and in April it really manifested. I was really starting to become obsessed with like kitty body care and nostalgic scents and just things from my past, things from my childhood, and just into like fun little kid type themed scents and stuff. And I'm still just as into it, if not even more into it now. So during the month of April, I really was playing hard on this. And so my favorite fragrance that I used during April was Strawberry Soda. This is definitely a top 10, if not a top 5 favorite body care fragrances of all time scent for me. And it's just because it smells just like candy or strawberry Fanta. It has kind of that artificial syrup scent, which normally when you say artificial, that sounds like a bad thing. But in this case, it's a good thing. It smells like snow cone syrup or just like really juicy peach rings or candy. I just love it so much. So these bottles are from 2021 and it was from the summer, and this has fresh strawberries, bubbly seltzer, and crushed ice. And what really made using this fragrance fun was what I paired with it. So instead of using the strawberry soda body wash, I actually used this one. This is Strawberry Vanilla by Raw Sugar Kids, and I am obsessed with this. Not just the fragrance, but also the packaging, and just using it reminds me of being a kid, and it reminds me of those L'Oreal fish shampoo bottles, which I love. So I enjoyed using this with it. And another thing that made me really crazy about this during April was I was using the Smarties body scrub with it, and I got this from Marshall's actually, and this is by Taste Beauty, and they make all sorts of different like candy brands. I know they had done like a Cheetos line for bath bombs of all things, and like eyeshadow palettes. They did some icy ones, Airheads, Jolly Ranchers, but this is the Smarties one, and to me it smells like those red, maybe it's by Brock's, but it smells like Valentine's Day candy, like that really thick cherry candy scent. Honestly, the fragrance is just kind of ridiculous on it. It just smells like little kids, and I don't blame anyone for not wanting to smell like this, but to me, it was super fun and nostalgic, so I really loved that this April. This was the fragrance I used the most this May and really enjoyed it too. So for us, we had a really strange May where normally we have quite spring-like weather during May. Our spring is cut short because we have such long winters. Sometimes we still get snow on Easter and through April. It's not even that uncommon to have snow spit from the skies during May, even if it doesn't stick on the ground. It happens sometimes. But this May, it was like pure summer. We had multiple days that were 80 degrees. So to match that sunshiny, summery, hot weather vibes, I used a lot of this Key West set. So I had coconut water, salt water waves, and fresh melon as the notes. What I did use for body scrub and body butter to match with this was I used the Tree Hut coconut lime set. I kind of view this as being like a fruitier version of At the Beach because of that melon, so really enjoyed that this May. In June, the most used and most enjoyed fragrance was Sun Ripened Raspberry. I mainly enjoyed this solely for the nostalgia aspect of it. This is true 1990s Bath & Body Works style fragrance. It smells exactly the same as it used to way back then, and you can really tell because they kind of have this formula of a fragrance that even though it doesn't necessarily have floral as the predominant note, it always has like this underlying interesting 1990s floral scent. We have raspberry bushes in the garden, and so June was raspberry picking season, and so to match, I used a lot of this to go with it. I love matching my fragrances to whatever is going on in life. It makes it a little bit more exciting and fun. This was also, I remember, my Memorial Day scent because I wanted to use like a blue and red theme, but I didn't want to do Firecracker Pop because that's more like a 4th of July scent to me. I did the red raspberry, and I also had some blue raspberry goodies that I paired with it. Notes on this one are sun ripened raspberries, strawberry leaves, and sugar crystals. And speaking of the fragrance itself, here is Firecracker Pop. This was the one I enjoyed the most during July. I really increased my enjoyment and love for fizzy fruity scents this summer, and now I just crave them almost even more than gourmands. I'm just really into fun candy-like, fizzy-like fruity scents. So this is Firecracker Pop. I have the body cream and the mist. I also have it in shower gel, but the mist and shower gel are from 2022, and then this is the body cream from this year, 2023, or I guess last year, 2023. I actually had used up all the way a travel size body cream as well. That was, I think, from 2022, and got this as a replacement. Fragrance notes are red cherry, fresh citrus, and juicy berry, just like those popsicles that have the 3 layers. It smells so much like that, and very fun and appropriate for July. Here was my favorite scent this August. This is the Poolside Cabana, and this is the first month that I selected a 2023 release as one of my favorites. So this has crisp pear, warm breeze, and solar sandalwood. This is such a unique and interesting fragrance, and I really liked it for that reason. It's surprisingly creamy and warm, even though it's still beachy and summery, which to me is really unusual, and I don't normally see both of those two things in one fragrance. Packaging on this one for me is a 10 out of 10. I just think that's so cute. It's kind of cartoony and colorful. Here's what it looks like in the shower gel. I love the green of the shower gel as well. And then, of course, my favorite little packaging detail is that stripy straw inside the fine fragrance mist. This is very reminiscent to when they did stripy straws for this collection. I loved that, and so I was really glad for that nod there. I think the best way that I can describe this fragrance is like a suntan lotion meets key lime pie. I know that sounds really weird, but that's the best way I can really describe this. It has almost a bitter, zesty lime like that's in white citrus or even the pear margarita, but then it has this coconut husk, creamy, almost a vanilla-y kind of fragrance that really brings the sweetness in and tones it down. So really good scent for August, but also a really good 2023 release. Then the first month we had of fall, September. My favorite was Coconut Candy Apple, and this often is my favorite September scent. This often is my favorite September scent since I tend to lean more towards the apple scents to kind of transition me into fall fragrances and then do pumpkins later in the season. So this has candied red apple, shredded coconut, and vanilla spice. One of the best fragrances by Bath & Body Works of all time in my personal opinion. I have a Bath & Body Works favorite for October, but also I had something going on in October as well by Dirty Soul Soap Co. That was definitely my favorite fragrance to use for the month. But since this is a Bath & Body Works video, I had kind of a secondary one that was a favorite, and that of course is my tried and true Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte. I'm actually working on trying to use up at least the lotion, if not both the spray and lotion, and maybe the shower gel too. These are from 2019, and this is one of my favorite scents of all time. One of the first scents I ever used as like a true Melissa signature fragrance. To refresh your memory, the notes are pumpkin latte, toasted marshmallow, creamy sandalwood, and praline musk. I will definitely wear this fragrance every single October, every single fall. This is my honorable mention for October. This is actually a fragrance I used a lot, and I definitely used it closer we got to Halloween. This is Candy Corn, and it's by a small company that is called Dirty Soul Soap Co. Not only does it have that nostalgic classic scent of like the buttery candy of candy corn, but it also has like a nice little spicy kick to it, like a nutmeg spice blend, which was really enjoyable, and I just loved using this through October. It was fun to use something brand new to me. Packaging is so cute, by the way, but also the fragrance notes are vanilla candy blended with gentle notes of butter and almond. This is the fragrance that I enjoyed the most during November of 2023. This is such a cozy Thanksgiving scent to me. I do more of those fun-loving, intense fragrances for October and September and go with the more muted and soft and creamy and feminine even body care items for November, because that's just how I view November. So definitely my most sophisticated and yummy fall scent for November. This is White Pumpkin and Chai. It has notes of cinnamon cider, spiced pumpkin, and vanilla glaze. It was really hard to choose my December scent because I did the 12 Scents of Christmas mini series where I did 12 different shower routines leading up to Christmas, and so I feel like I was using something different every single day leading up to Christmas, so I felt a little bit on the aimless side for my scents for December, but that's okay. I did actually have one favorite. Well, the most one I used was Twisted Peppermint, but that's kind of my favorite every year. But there is a different body care that I feel like giving the December award to. This is the other only fragrance that I have that was released in 2023, and that is the aromatherapy fragrance. Here it is. It's called Northern Brights, and it has notes of eucalyptus and pine in it. Not only was this strong on the pine on my skin, but also when I used it in the shower, it almost had like a creamy, sweet vanilla kind of scent. It's exactly everything I hoped for in a pine tree scent. A little bit sweet and vanilla-y, but mainly pine tree. Normally I stick with the standard shower gels, but I ended up getting this moisturizing body wash because in a hurry, I did a purchase online one day and thought this was the cream because I was just looking at the pictures really small on my phone. So I ended up with this moisturizing body wash, but I love it, and since I love this fragrance, decided to keep it instead of exchanging it for a different shower gel or a lotion or something. And such a pretty kind of shiny green bottle for the body lotion. So nice. I loved this one for December. Those were my 12 months. Those are the fragrances I enjoyed the most this year. Although there's one more thing I want to mention. There is a nominee that I feel deserves a special category, and that is the best fragrance of all released in 2023 in my opinion. I was reflecting upon all of my favorites from 2023 that were released, and this one by far was my favorite of all of them. And it's weird because when I was deciding these 12 fragrances, I actually decided at the end of every month instead of sitting here and thinking about them all in January, so that way I could kind of like remember stronger in the moment. But when I was reflecting back on the year from my perspective now, I was like, why wasn't this fragrance on the list? Is Groovy Watermelon. I loved this scent. This is a brand new watermelon fragrance they released for summer semi-annual sale of 2023, and love the packaging. It's so 70s, which also in turn means it's kind of 90s because the 90s took a lot of decor inspiration from the 70s, so I love the nostalgic colors and designs on the bottle. This aligned perfectly with my kidcore, nostalgia core kind of vibes going on, and it really matched up with that craving for the fruity, fizzy fragrances. This smells like watermelon limeade on my skin, and I love it so much. So So here it is in the body cream. This has notes of juicy pink watermelon, sugared strawberry blossoms, and lime zest. The lime zest, it really makes a difference. And then this is what it looks like in the shower gel and fine fragrance mist. Now, I don't think I used any of the shower gel because I was using a Raw Sugar Kids watermelon body wash with it at the time, but look at how much of the fragrance mist I used. For me, that's quite a lot considering this was actually a late add-in to my rolling cart. I bought it at SAS and just started using it right away, which normally I try to kind of buy my products and put them away and use my older ones first, but that's not what happened with this one because I just could not wait to use it. Groovy Watermelon got the Best Fragrance of the Year award for me for 2023, and then as you just saw, those were my 12 cents, one for every single month of 2023 that I used the most. All right, we're opening up the comment section. Tell me your 2 favorites. One favorite that you used that was not necessarily a new release, and then what was your favorite release from 2023 by Bath & Body Works. I can't wait to see what all of your favorites are, and thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you next time. Bye.